We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Ready to get this thing started and open the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Okay, ready?
Dropping back, it's Holstein. Fires to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. 30, the 20. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. downfield. It's Levitt. Grabs it in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Arizona State.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. He's got the tight end. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Sun Devils are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Butler.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Let's think a second about Arizona State. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
1st and goal, Arizona State.
And the Sun Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hayes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Levitt. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 2. Offense facing 4th down.
He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They'll send the back in motion. A run for the quarterback. Turning it on. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
On target to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Durham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Owens. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Makes the grab. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive, and that lead grows even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. late in the half. Here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brings up second down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Haynes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down. What a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Throws it back. Caught close to the marker, it's Brown. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Release to the back. Hits the open man. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Now from inside the red zone. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Going downfield for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Looking for a man, it's Levitt. Got the back over the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Arizona State.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Coming out with it, it's Haynes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass, it's Levin. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking to throw. Here's a hit. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. There he goes. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The thing that made that play work is that it created the matchup they wanted and let the running back create after he caught it.
And, Reese, you see more and more of this in college football. Taking the backs and using them as weapons, right? Getting them out in space as much as possible. Get them matched up on a linebacker where I can now run a route where I sell it outside, cut it inside, and I win.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the back. To the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Levin. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. San Diego State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it all right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
LSU now operating in the red zone.
Here we go.
They'll give it to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Quick completion on the out. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. 3rd down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. The official says no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to...
Breaks into the open. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Brown.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Levitt. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Oh, he missed it. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. It's a seam wide open at the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
55, Arizona State, 13.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal?
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. To the air, it's Holstein. Starting to feel a little pressure. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One more play to pad the stats. Here's the handoff. And he will go nowhere on the final play of the game. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.